Hi everyone. My name is Nancy Narciso. Um, and I did my final project depicting an analysis of a couple in a movie called Call Me by Your Name. So, just a bit of what I will be going over. Just the complexities of identity and love in the movie, the couple's ages, and the societal expectations of the time of when the movie takes place. So, a bit of background on the two main characters. We have Elio, who is a 17-year-old teenage boy. He is spending the summer in a small Italian village. His family has a villa there, and it just seems to be him and his two parents. Elio has a passion for music and literature, and we get to see that in the film. He is constantly um, playing the piano and just reading books around the house. He goes to the river with his friends, just typical teenage stuff. Um, he's very intelligent for his age, and he is a sensitive young man, and he is also quite introspective. He experiences this emotional and sexual awakening, especially when Oliver walks into his life. He has to kind of share his bedroom with this other young 24-year-old man. He deals with feelings of vulnerability, fear, love, and desire during his summer. I think it's more fear of rejection, that he won't be accepted by Oliver. So now Oliver is the 24-year-old American scholar that is staying with Elio's family for that summer. He works closely with Elio's father, who seems to be a professor. Excuse me. Um, Oliver is charismatic and he has a magnetic personality. He's very confident, he's very charming, and also very intelligent. He has a little uh, conversation with Elio's father when they're working about the apricots and the word and where it comes from. And I feel like this is more Oliver showing off his intelligence, but for Elio, for him to be noticed by. He has a deep and unspoken connection with Elio that I think makes him challenge his own feelings with love and desire, like with who he is. So, with identity and love in this movie, Elio's relationship with Oliver is an important moment um, in him finding his true identity, like who he is. And in the movie, love and identity are intertwined because they explore how a passionate connection can change and reveal a person's sense of self when it comes to the context of queer identity and the coming of age experience. Um, so, more on identity and love. Their connection allows them to see various aspects of themselves within each other. The movie shows how the act of being loved and loving someone can shape a person, basically. and their relationship helps them accept um, who they are. But the brief nature of Elio and Oliver's relationship shows the bittersweetness of first love and the impact that it can have on a person's life. Um, Elio and Oliver's connection becomes more per- as it becomes more personal, the act of calling each other by their name becomes like the symbol of their merging individual identities. And you see that when, excuse me, um, they're um, basically having sexual relations. And that's just another form of intimacy between them. But we also get to see Elio's pain and heartbreak and the acceptance that comes with it when, at the end of summer, Oliver has to go back home. And then towards the end of the movie, we see that some time has passed, because we look again to where Elio lives, and the little village is, well, the surrounding area is covered in snow. And Oliver calls during winter to tell Elio and his family that he is getting married with this girl that he has been on and off with. And Elio is just, it, he doesn't know what to say. He seems devastated, but I don't think, he regrets what happened. I think they share this like connection. He gets almost like this closure from their time together and the brief nature of their relationship, but yet again, how impactful it was. There's also an age gap, and sorry if I keep coughing, I've been sick. Um, So, yeah, Leo is 17, Oliver is 24. That's about a 7-year age gap. But this just marks a significant difference in life experience and maturity between a teenager and an adult, because there is potential for unequal power dynamics and exploitation. Oliver is more worldly, experienced, and wise, and basically more established adult, because again we see how confident and just magnetic he is throughout the movie. Elio, on the other hand, is this vulnerable teenager who is still finding himself, and Oliver exerts more influence due to his experience. um, the movie takes place in Italy in the 1980s, and during those years, the age of consent was lower when compared to other countries, so their relationship was technically legally permissible by all accounts. But, there was still a lot of social stigma. So now that brings me to my other point of societal expectations of the time. So again, we're talking of 1980s small Italian village where societal expectations regarding sexuality were still quite largely traditional and very conservative, even if the movie does show a more accepting environment within Elio's family and the greater Italian culture. During this time in Italy, homosexuality was not explicitly criminalized, but it was a subject of taboo, secrecy, and social stigma. I mean, you kind of be rejected or ostracized socially. Elio's family is just different. They're more accepting of his feelings for Oliver. Oliver, on the other hand, is more hesitant to actually show his true feelings, which kind of reflects the conservative outlook in his own country. And you kind of do get a confirmation of this when at the end of the movie, Oliver and Elio are speaking on the phone, and Oliver tells Elio how lucky he is for his family to be accepting of the relationship that they had. And he mentions how his own father would probably have him incarcerated in contrast, which I mean, that is obviously hard when your family doesn't accept um, who you are. Okay, well, that is it. Thank you for listening to my presentation. And I apologize. I tried to include this audio, but it just kept saying error.